here's the secret, where I see so many people get it wrong. If you want to make a change in your life, get out of your job, replace your income, and just have massive, massive cash flow in your life, then you need to consider deal packaging. You need to learn how to do this for yourself. So what is deal packaging? Deal packaging, in its most simple form, is about finding a property deal, finding an investor, putting the two together and making some serious cash flow. Now, the great thing about deal packaging is that deal packaging complements every single property strategy. You can package buy to let, rent to rent, serviced accommodation, HMOs, commercial conversions. You see, deal packaging is the foundation for any property strategy. In fact, I don't even want you to think about deal packaging as a strategy at all. I want you to think about deal packaging as the skill set. The skill set to acquire any property in any strategy, and then you have the choice of whether you want to package it on for massive, massive cash flow. This is the great thing about deal packaging, and here's something I think you're going to love. It's low risk. I'm quite risk averse, so deal packaging suits me perfectly. Because here's the great thing about deal packaging. I package on average about 4 deals a month. And if you follow me on social media, you'll know that. 4 deals a month. Now in Nottingham, which is where a lot of my deals come from, you can charge a minimum of £5,000 per deal. If you're in London or the more affluent areas, you can charge 10 grand easy. Now let's say we're in Nottingham packaging deals at 5 grand a deal, and I'm doing 4 of those a month. That's £20,000 a month. Let's just say one of those falls through. That's still £15,000 a month. Let's say I'm really unlucky and 2 of those fall through. I'm still making 10 grand a month. 10 grand a month. I'll just let that sink in for a second, because here's the great thing about deal packaging. Because at the minute, you're probably in a job. You're working, a contracted 38-hour week? But the reality is you're probably working more hours than that, right? I hear you. That's where I used to be. You see, the thing is, that would be 152 hours a month that you'd be at your desk or at your workstation or whatever it is that you do. The question is it going to take you 152 hours to find one deal? It's not, is it? It's not going to take you 152 hours to find just one deal that you can cash flow at a minimum of £5,000 a month. Because here's the thing. If the average wage in the UK at the moment is about £31,500, that means that's about just over £2,000 net per calendar month in your bank account every single month. That means that you only need to do one deal every other month to replace the average income. One deal every other month. And I know that you can do one deal every other month. With the right training, the right support, you can do at least one deal a month. Why not start with one? This is the great thing about deal packaging. So ask yourself, how many properties would you view to be able to find a deal that you would want to keep for yourself, where the numbers would be good enough for you to want to keep? Let's say 20 viewings. You're going to do 20 viewings and you're going to find one of those properties will come through as a deal that you would class as a deal. But let me ask you a question. What if you could package the other 19 and monetize on those 19? Could that change your life financially? It could, couldn't it? And you're probably sat there right now thinking, yeah, okay, all right. Well, chances are not every single one of those other properties that I view, the other 19, they're not all going to be deals. The reality is, as a deal packager, you can learn how to add value. So there's 2 different ways that we can package deals. You've got a property that's worth what it's worth, okay? We can either get it below market value, where we're adding instant equity for our investor that buys the deal, or we can acquire it at market value and then add value by turning the property into a cash flowing HMO or serviced accommodation. This is the great thing about deal packaging. It's about adding value. It's about knowing all the different creative ways that you can make money in property so that you don't have any risk, so that you convert more deals, so that you convert more leads. Now, there are so many different ways that you can cash flow as a deal packager. You could do a finder's fee. You could do a fully packaged deal. You could do a lease option, purchase option, assisted sale, exchange delayed completion, irrevocable authorities. The point is, there are so many different creative ways that you can make money in property as a deal packager without the need for any of your own money, without the need for mortgages, without the need necessarily for refurbs. So how do we find these incredible deals? Because here's the thing. You need to learn to do this for yourself, because any savvy deal packager is going to want to keep those best deals for themselves. So we need to learn to find the best deals, and the best deals you're ever going to get are going to be off-market deals. And that's what I specialise in. Now, I've got many different marketing channels, but I'm going to talk to you today about just one of them, direct mail. Direct mail is one of my favourite marketing channels, because with direct mail, I know that for my investment in the direct mail campaign, a couple of £100 a month, I'm going to get back a return of a minimum of £5,000. Now, when I first started as a deal packager, I worked out that one lead in 20 would convert into a deal. 1 in 20. Now, my direct mail response rates are 11%, which actually, if you've ever tried direct mail or you Google direct mail response rates, they're probably in the low single figures. So to get 11% is exceptional. Now, I get 11%. Some of my delegates are getting 14, 15% in this climate right now. But here's the thing. If I send out 200 letters a month, I'm going to generate an 11% response rate, which is about 22 leads. At 22 leads, I know that 1 in 20 will convert. So I know that from just one marketing channel, I am going to do a deal that's going to make me at least £5,000. Now, here's the thing, where I see so many people get it wrong. You might be sat there right now thinking, do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go and do that. You go for it. But here's the thing. Here's the secret. What you'll do is you're going to go out to your area and you're going to market We Buy Houses to your area. And let's say you market to 1,000 people. You're going to ask 1,000 people if they want to sell their house. Do you think you're going to get a great response rate? Because you're going to have people that can't sell their house because they're renting. They don't own the house they live in. You're going to have people who just don't want to sell. You're going to have all sorts of people. So your response rates are going to be really, really low, which costs you time and money. But what if you asked 1,000 people who you knew, because you have the inside line, needed to sell their house? And that is where we flip the switch. That is where the magic comes in. That and the template in the letter. So my letters I have refined over time. I've improved them to improve my response rates. And I can tell you that every single letter that goes out from my business is individual to the vendor. And that is what generates the great response rates. Now, direct mail is just one of many different marketing channels that I use to generate leads for my business. But the key is to targeting the right audience, people who you know need to sell their house, using the right letter templates that I've tried and tested and refined over time that work. And also having all the skill set in your head to be able to make creative offers so that the chances of you getting your offer accepted are increased dramatically. And that is the key to being a deal packager. The great thing about deal packaging is that you can package deals from anywhere in the world, as long as you've got a smartphone or a laptop. You see, the point is, deal packaging is the only property strategy where you can do everything entirely from your laptop. You can find the properties, you can be making the offers, you can be taking the payments, finding the investors. All of it you can do online. Can you afford to stay where you are right now? Maybe you're brand new to property and you're sat there thinking, I have got no idea what I'm doing. I've got absolutely no money to start. That's absolutely fine, because as a deal packager, we are simply agreeing the contracts and then selling them on to investors with no money in for us. Maybe you're already in property and have some experience. Maybe you've got a portfolio. Is your portfolio cash flowing right now? Maybe it's not because of the interest rate rises. What if you could learn to make more money out of what you've already got? What if you could do that and make massive, massive cash flow without spending loads of time doing that? What if you're still in your job? The question is, with cost of living rising, interest rates rising, so your mortgage has probably gone up, can you afford to stay where you are right now? If you want to make a change in your life, get out of your job, replace your income, and just have massive, massive cash flow in your life, then you need to consider deal packaging. You need to learn how to do this for yourself.